Greetings, fellow guitaralians. Jeff Weinberger coming at you here with a new tutorial. Today I'd like to talk about chord inversions. And basically a chord inversion is when you take the three notes of a triad and you mix those notes up. You put them in a different order. It doesn't have to just be a triad. We could be talking about seventh chords that have four notes in them, or ninth chords, 11th chords, but today we're going to stick with triads. In fact, we're going to stick even more specifically to major triads. We're not going to talk about minor, diminished, or augmented, just major. Now, once you get the idea with major, you can transpose these to the other types of triads and get those together. So maybe in future tutorials, we'll talk about a wider range of this stuff. But today, let's focus on just one simple thing. That's how do you invert chords and play them all up and down your guitar neck. So what I just did in that intro, that was And You and I, a Yes song. That was from Close to the Edge way back in the 70s. Great song that Steve Howe played on his acoustic guitar. But that really illustrates inversions quite well. And then there's millions of other songs we could use, but let's learn what inversions are. So when you play, say, your standard issue D chord that you all usually learn first, that has a particular fingering. It's with your open fourth string, it's with the third string on the second fret, the second string on the third fret, and the first string on the second fret. 0, 2, 3, 2. That's a real popular way to play D. But you can play that up the neck. You could, on that same string set, go 0, 7, 7, 5. And that inverts the notes. It takes A, D, and F sharp and makes them D, F sharp, A. Puts them in a different order. You're raising or lowering a certain voice of that three-voice chord by an octave. So in this case, we took the note A, and we put it up an octave, and you get a brighter voicing. D here, D here. They're still D chords, but they sound a little different. Now what if I did D way up here? That's even more different. Recognize that voicing from certain songs you know. I won't name the band or the song, but I'll let you guess what that is. Maybe that's familiar to you if you're into 70s music. So basically that was taking the chord, inverting it one more time. Now we have F sharp, A, D. And so that's going to be 0, 11, 10, 10. And that's really interesting how you take the notes of a chord and change their order, and that gives you a very different sound. D here, D here, and D here. So the way that we do it when you have the notes in ascending order, D, F sharp, A, is root position. And then when you invert them and have F sharp as the lower of the three notes, that's first inversion. And then when you take the note A and put that as the lower of the three, that is second inversion. So you have root position, first inversion, second inversion. You have three different voicings of this chord. And any major triad can be done in those three different voicings, those three different inversions. So it's incumbent upon you to run those inversions, to practice them in order, and try to get them in time like this. It's a good skill to have. Maybe it's boring to you to just strum it like that, so maybe pick them. Maybe go. Or maybe just do a more interesting strum. However you practice it, though, you have to be able to run your inversions. You hear piano players practice that all the time, running inversions. It's a really good skill.